Hey everybody, welcome to my next Stories in a Song video here on YouTube. Today I got a special song here, a little bit special, called Running Kind by Merle Haggard and The Strangers from 1977, written by Merle Haggard. This is my third Merle Haggard song on my YouTube playlist, my karaoke songs, but it's my first solo Merle Haggard song. The other two songs were duet songs that he did with his wife at the time, Bonnie Owen. One called Slowly But Surely, and then another one that was called Just Between the Two of Us. Almost forgot the titles. Wow. This is my 252nd video on my YouTube playlist overall. The first time I remember hearing this song all the way through was on a Nashville network special, sort of like the last video I made. This one here was a special called Merle Haggard for the Record. It was hosted by a lady named Katie Cook and featured Haggard and his band The Strangers, as well as some special guests performing many of his hits. The Running Kind was one that he performed solo with his band. Then just recently, my stepmom and my dad sent me a YouTube video of two of Haggard's sons, Noel and Ben Haggard, performing this song and I'm a Lonesome Fugitive. I'll be doing that song on my next video on Sunday. So I'll dedicate today's video to my stepmom Margaret and my dad John Young. Yes, we both have the same name, so did my grandfather and my great-grandpa. So I'm the fourth generation. Last night during karaoke at Dooley's here in Miramichi, I sang this song I'm getting ready to sing right now today, Running Kind. The lyrics of this song, I believe, are somewhat autobiographical for Haggard. He was known to have been a juvenile delinquent, such as is sort of described in a song called Mama Tried that he had a big hit with back in the 60s. And he also spent time in prison. He, in fact, did spend time in prison in San Quentin for 2 years, from 1958 to 1960. He received a pardon from California Governor Ronald Reagan in 1972. My favorite line in Running Kind is in the chorus where it says, quote, "Every front door found me hoping I would find the back door open." Haggard as a songwriter was nicknamed the Poet of the Common Man, and I guess it's no surprise that he is one of my favorite songwriters, because there is no man more common than me. Merle Haggard has written or co-written 145 songs that have been released by more than one artist, including Running Kind, from Skid Row by Merle Haggard in 1962 to What I Hate by Merle Haggard on October the 4th, 2011. The original recording of Running Kind, this is a bit of a surprise to me, was made by American country singer and guitarist Kenny Serratt and the Messengers in July of 1973. The original release of the song was by them in August 1973 on their MGM single. The B-side of the record was Love and Honor, a song written and originally recorded by Haggard. Haggard also produced Serratt's record. This recording did not reach the country top 40. It was included on Serratt and the Messengers' November 1973 MGM album, Love and Honor. Haggard produced this album as well. Haggard and the Strangers made their recording of Running Kind in Nashville in 1975. So theirs was actually the first cover version of the song. But the song didn't make it onto the album for which it was originally intended. The recording was held onto by Haggard's record label, Capitol Records, until 1977. By this time, Haggard had moved to the MCA label, but on September 12, 1977, Capitol released Running Kind with an album of tracks previously recorded in 1975 and 1976 called A Working Man Can't Get Nowhere Today. The album was co-produced by Ken Nelson and Fuzzy Owen, and was the result of some shrewd marketing on Capitol's part, playing off Haggard's previous #1 hit, Working Man Blues, which I will have on a future video, and his reputation as the Poet of the Common Man by dressing him up on the cover as a hard hat worker, sitting at a bus stop with a lunchbox and dangling cigarette. The concept was timely considering the Carter-era oil crisis that was engulfing the country, and is reflected in the self-penned title track. Running Kind would become a concert favorite, which I remember hearing when my dad and I attended Haggard's show at the John Labatt Centre in London, Ontario. In his 1999 memoir, My House of Memories, Haggard titled one of the chapters after the song and stated, quote, "I later wrote The Running Kind, a song that, in essence, says I've always been running, for no particular reason. There is a restlessness in my soul that I've never conquered." The album is in the country and country blues genres. Running Kind was track 4 on side 2 of the album and was released in December of 1977, according to 45 Cat, or on January 9th, 1978, according to Wikipedia, as the second and final single from the album, with the B-side Making Believe, a song made famous by Kitty Wells. Haggard played guitar on the record, joined by all the Strangers. Roy Nichols on lead guitar, Norman Hamlet on steel guitar and dobro, Tiny Moore on mandolin, Ronnie Reno on guitar, Mark Urey on piano, James Tittle on bass, Biff Adam on drums, and Don Markham on saxophone. The single entered the Billboard Country Top 40 on January 28, 1978, Haggard's 48th Top 40 country hit. It charted for 8 weeks and peaked at number 12. It did slightly better here in Canada, proving once again that us Canadians know good country music when we hear it, reaching number 10. The A Working Man Can't Get Nowhere Today album hit number 28 on the Billboard Country Albums chart in 1977. 9 other cover versions of Running Kind have been released to date, all of them in English. I've only heard of 3 of the artists who have released it, but because there are 10 or less in total, you get to hear them all. They are by American country singer Ricky Barnes and the Hoot Owls, who I've never heard of, in 1991 on their Okra album, You Finally Said Something Good. By American country singer Radney Foster, who I definitely have heard of, whose song Just Call Me Lonesome Will Guimond sang last night at Dooley's. Radney Foster released his version in 1994 on the Various Artists Arista album Mama's Hungry Eyes, a tribute to Merle Haggard. I'll have Mama's Hungry Eyes on a future video. By popular country band from Liverpool, UK, West Virginia, that's the name of the band, in 1997 on their self-released album If I Were You, who I've never heard of also. By legendary American country music singer, performer, and songwriter Johnny Cash, with American rock guitarist, singer, and songwriter Tom Petty, who I've absolutely heard of many times, on November 25th, 2003, on Cash's American Recordings box set, Unearthed, recorded in late 1995 or early 1996 and released after Cash's death. By Danish singer and multi-instrumentalist from Silkeborg, Peter Smed Andersen, who I've never heard of, in 2009 on his Vinther Music album, Move It On Over. I'll have Hank Williams' version of Move It On Over on a future video. Then we have by American country singer, guitarist, and songwriter Susie Boggess, definitely heard of her, on February 4th, 2014 on her Loyal Duchess album, that's her own record label, Lucky, a tribute to Merle Haggard. By American country singer and guitarist from Tupelo, Mississippi, Larry Nix, who I've never heard of, in 2019 on his Coastal Bend Music album, Hardly Haggard, a tribute to Merle Haggard. By Canadian country music singer, guitarist, and pedal steel player from Lethbridge, Alberta, Skinny Dick. No doubt, no joke, that's his real name. Skinny Dick on July 3rd, 2020. I absolutely never heard of this guy either before, even though he's Canadian. He released it on his self-released album, Get to Know Lonesome. And by Dutch singer-songwriter born in Hoorn, Tim Knoll, and Dutch traditional bluegrass group, the Bluegrass Boogeymen, who I've never heard of, in 2020 on their concerto album, Music from Creek Country. Alright, there you go. That's all the cover versions that have ever been made of this song, The Running Kind. A little bit about Merle Haggard. Well, Merle Haggard was born Merle Ronald Haggard on April 6, 1937 in Oildale, California. That's somewhere near Bakersfield, I believe. He was active in the music business from 1961 to 2016. He performed in the country, outlaw country, and Bakersfield sound genres. He played guitar and fiddle. He recorded for the major labels Epic, Curb, Anti, and Vanguard, in addition to Capitol and MCA. He is the former leader of his backing band, The Strangers. He was married 5 times, first to Leona Hobbs from 1956 to 1964, when they were divorced. Second, to American country music singer Bonnie Owens, ex-wife of country singer Buck Owens, and a backup singer in The Strangers from 1965 to 1978 when they were divorced. She continued performing with Haggard after their divorce until being forced to retire due to Alzheimer's disease. She was on the Merle Haggard on the Record TNN special. Third, to American country singer and also a backing singer in The Strangers and sometimes Haggard duet partner Leona Williams from 1978 to 1983 when they were divorced. Fourth, to Debbie Parrott from 1985 to 1991 when they were divorced. And fifth, to another backup singer in The Strangers, Teresa Ann Lane, who was also on the TNN special. They married in 1993. He had 6 children, 3 sons and 3 daughters. He had 4 children with his first wife, daughter Dana, son Marty, named after country singer Marty Robbins and who would also become a country singer himself, daughter Kelly, who co-wrote Merle's hit It's All in the Movies with her father, and son Noel, who would also become a country singer and is on the YouTube video sent to me by my stepmom and dad, which inspired me to make this video. He had 2 children with his last wife, daughter Janessa, who is a country music songwriter and got a co-writing credit on her father's song Sometimes I Dream when she was only 6 months old. Not quite sure how that happened, but it's there. Check out Secondhand Songs if you want proof. And son Ben, who is a country singer and guitarist and also performed on the aforementioned YouTube video. On the same show, he also performed It's All in the Movies. Merle Haggard had a stepson when he was married to Owens, Bonnie and Buck's son, Buddy Allen, who was a country singer-songwriter and used to appear often with his father, Buck Owens, on TV's Hee Haw. Merle was the owner of his own record label, Hag Records, Inc., a country and gospel music label out of Redding, California, active from 1999 to 2011. Haggard died on his 79th birthday, April 6, 2016, of complications from pneumonia at his home in Palo Cedro, California. He was inducted into the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame in 1977 and into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 1994. 311 solo records plus 146 records with other artists for a total of 457 were released on Haggard between 1962 and 2019. His discography includes 66 studio albums, 5 instrumental albums featuring The Strangers, 8 live albums, 26 compilation albums, 13 music videos, and 84 singles. 38 of his singles reached number 1. Pretty amazing record there. And now, I'm going to sing The Running Kind, or just Running Kind. Here we go now. We got our karaoke version, which I mentioned that I practiced last night at Dooley's, so hope I didn't wear myself out too bad, and now I can still do it half decent here. Alright, here we go. Alright, Mr. Computer, wake up. So, Running Kind, as made famous by Merle Haggard, written by Merle Haggard. Let her go, boys. Here we go. I was born the running kind, with leaving always on my mind. Home was never home to me at any time. Every front door found me hoping I would find the back door open. There just had to be an exit for the running kind. Within me there's a prison surrounding me alone, as real as any dungeon with its walls of stone. I know running's not the answer, yeah, but running's been my nature, and a part of me that keeps me moving on. I was born the running kind, with leaving always on my mind. Home was never home to me at any time. Every front door found me hoping I would find the back door open. There just had to be an exit for the running kind. Strangers. Play it now. Roy Nichols on guitar. Norman Hamlin on the steel guitar. Alright, here we go, man. I was born the running kind, with leaving always on my mind. Home was never home to me at any time. Every front door found me hoping I would find the back door open. There just had to be an exit for the running kind. Oh yeah, take it home now, strangers. Merle Haggard. Yeah, that's called a running kind, or just running kind. Merle Haggard and The Strangers from 1977-78. It was a lot of fun for me to do that. I sure hope you all enjoyed hearing that, watching it. I sure enjoyed doing it, so I'll be back again on Sunday with my next video. As I mentioned, it was going to be another Merle Haggard tune. And it's another one that was inspired by my stepmom and my dad from that video. I'm a lonesome fugitive, or just the fugitive. So I'll be back on Sunday. Till then, have a good day or have a good weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.